Welcome to BTB Hot Takes with Andrew Kratzer. Now here's your host, Andrew Kratzer.
Welcome to another live edition of Behind the Barricade presents Andrew's Hot Takes. I'm your host, Andrew Kratzer. I just want to cut in with my producer, Rodney Harris. How you doing?
Doing well, Andrew. Doing well. And I know I have some really cool information to put out there. Behind the Barricade, the brand is going to be sponsoring another event for Battle Club Pro. Yes, that's right. Battle Club Pro got a cool event coming up here Friday. It's invite only, so you guys just can't jump in and just do the darn thing. But Battle Club Pro will be holding their event on Friday, October 1st, out in New Jersey, and the event's called Do the Fight Thing. So it's going to be a really cool event. The main event will be featuring Big Swole. As you know, she is the Battle Club Pro Icons champion, and also we got the world heavyweight champion on Battle Club Pro Championship on the line. So you're gonna have Santana in that match as well as Simon Gotch. So hey man, if you guys are lucky enough to get in there in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey,
Wasn't it originally in Brooklyn?
Yes, it was originally in Brooklyn.
If it was in Brooklyn, I would have 100% went.
We would have both been there to represent, but tough situation. Spoke to the beautiful Janelle Garcia from Jabba Tears that's handling the coordination of this event, and shout out to Jabba Tears podcast for all they do for us, and we would like to give back to Battle Club Pro and to them, and do right by them as well, man. They do a lot for me. They did a lot for me, and we're going to continue to have that partnership and that great relationship. So shout out to them. Hey, man, guys, the flyers up there on battleclubpro.com. You can go right to Battle Club Pro's Facebook page to see all the information about the event. So, hey, man, go out there, represent pro wrestling.
And my lovely co-host, my Michael Rosenberg, my Michael Steinberg. Now he's known as Iceberg Corn Rock Steinberg. He changes his nicknames more than fucking anything. He changes his nickname more than LeBron changes his numbers every year.
Well, he changes them every year.
But how you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good. You know, Silent Bob stole the schematics from some foolish carpenter and found a weakness, just like the fucking Death Star. You knock this cross beam out and fuckity biggity bam, the whole stage comes crashing down.
Another Michael Steinberg quote.
Was that Mallrats?
That's Mallrats.
Yes.
See, this is, it's funny. I give him Rodney
90 show coming soon. News report. Check
out. I always give Rodney like movie quotes, and he never gets mine. But fucking every single quote that Mike says, he fucking gets it dead on.
Listen,
what's up with that?
In my defense, Andrew, you watch the most recent movies that I really don't watch. Now, Mike knows where to hit the core. He knows the movies that I watch. So if you ask me anything involving Kevin Smith, I know it.
Okay.
Look, shout out to Kenny. I sent Kenny an invite. I don't know if he's going to answer it. Shout out to Jessica Hoffman. Jessica, how are you doing on this beautiful Thursday afternoon? Oh, well, evening. We're going to be having a trivia night. We and Kenny discussed this, and we're going to be doing a really, really cool trivia night. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be all four of us versus each other. Kenny will be giving out the questions, and we'll be doing the darn thing. So I'm really excited. Ranjan.
Well, it's the hey guys, the
hey guys,
the big shoe. He's gonna say he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Big shoe.
By the way, merch coming soon.
Showy. Now is that a big Asian fat guy?
I don't know. The big showy. Oh man, but hey, look, happy to have you, blessed to have you guys. Don't forget to like and share the stream, like and share the page. Although it goes for you guys too, like and share, tell your friends, tell your mothers, sisters, grandmothers, grandfathers,
uncles.
Tell everybody, uncles, cousins. We are doing big things over here behind the barricade, man. We'd love for you guys to hop on board.
So I wanted to kick off the show with Mike's pay-per-view. It's a flip-flop.
It's a flip flop.
Son of a bitch, Rungeon. But I wanted to start off the show with Mike's pay-per-view pick that WrestleMania 17 won. So, cause I want to get off with the big. It's the big Asian shoe, the big Asian flip-flop. So yeah, WrestleMania 17, the greatest WrestleMania. Many great matches on that card, guys. Great opening match. And as Mike gets his WrestleMania 17 stuff up, is it up?
It's up.
Okay, let's get these rails on the track and let's get it going.
So on Sunday Night Heat, first, of course, X Factor, who is just incredible.
When you're dealing with the X Factor, who remembers that theme song?
And X-Pac with Albert, defeating Grandmaster Sexay and Steve Blackman. Oh, by the way, it was Steve Blackman's birthday. Was it yesterday?
Woo.
I think it was yesterday.
Well, let's click on the name. See when his birthday was. Why not?
I believe
his birthday was yesterday.
Yesterday. So happy birthday, Steve Blackman.
Happy birthday, Steve Blackman.
Rungeon, is that supposed to be some field reference to the CGI does flying from Riddle's feet? LMAO.
No, did you read?
It was supposed to be horses. But
No,
the horses were too big.
He asked if it could be horses because he said, "Why birds? Can it be like horses and stallions?" They said horses are too big.
Can I imitate him asking Vince, "Can it be horses?"
Do it.
Hey Vince, I was really thinking about it, bro. Could it like be horses that come out of my feet, bro? Like maybe they can fly up when I jump up with the flip flops, bro, and then they fly into the crowd, bro, and you can see the colors and the horses just come rushing at you, bro. It'll make it like 3D, bro. Like,
oh my god, that is spot freaking on, Rodney. Holy shit.
The funny thing though is they said, I commented on it too, which is funny, is, and then he said, "Oh, Vince likes the doves, likes the birds." He's like, "Oh, Vince, I love the birds, then, man." So I said, and they were both high during this conversation.
Exactly. Vince looked at him and was like, "Are you on that stuff? Well, give me some."
All of a sudden, you just see Triple H walk in. You see Triple H go into Vince's room out there, riding the reefer. Okay, I guess I don't need to talk to you right now, so I'll talk to you guys like later. But
guaranteed Vince smokes. He teaches everybody how to do the strut, just shaking in the locker room and shit. God.
So that match was 2 minutes 46 seconds.
That's a short match.
Yeah, and then the first official match on the pay-per-view is Chris Jericho versus William Regal for the Intercontinental Championship. Good opening match. Went 7 minutes and 40 seconds. What can we say though? You know, back then, what can we say really about Jericho's matches and William Regal? Two wonderful wrestlers. It's what?
Just the promo, like the video package, they showing fucking Chris Jericho peeing in the fucking little tea thing.
I'm still here.
Yeah. He was peeing in the teapot and then he pours it in. Oh man. So the second match of the night is Taz and the APA with Jacqueline defeating Right to Censor, who was Bull Buchanan, the Good Father, and Val Venus with Stevie Richards in a 6-man tag team match that lasted 3 minutes and 56 seconds.
That looked like it felt like it lasted longer. Last night I was like, this match is going on forever.
You know, those people are the same people that have the most annoying theme song in all of the universe of wrestling.
Yeah, when that match came on last night when I was watching it going to bed, I ended up not falling asleep and just watched it whole through. And once I heard that theme song, I fucking muted my TV and I was like, can't stand this motherfucking shit.
And then the next match is the match that was kind of crazy, and people want to talk about the spots from like AEW and the spot with what was it, WWE with the golf carts and stuff. This was one of the original ones.
I got scared the shitless in that spot.
Kane defeating Raven and the Big Show for the Hardcore Championship. Let's just say golf carts, plate glass windows, you name it, they had it. This match went 9 minutes and 28 seconds.
Watching that match and watching Raven try to choke out Big Show with the hose, and then Kane just takes it, wraps around Raven, throws it through the pane of glass. I was like, holy shit.
And then they were dragging people with the golf carts, running over people.
I got nervous for Raven that I thought Kane wasn't going to stop in time, and I thought he was actually going to hit his leg and snap his leg.
It was crazy. Then we had Rodney's favorite championship on the line. Eddie Guerrero defeating the champion Test for the European title in 8 minutes and 32 seconds. By the way, Eddie Guerrero was with Perry Saturn.
And then Dean Malenko showed up at the end of the match.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic match.
Oh,
yep.
And now, one of the great technical matches. A singles match. Kurt Angle defeating Chris Benoit in 14 minutes and 10 seconds. You give these boys time.
Yep.
They'll put on a show for you.
Yeah, if Chris Benoit was still out today, I know he probably wouldn't be because of all of his brain shit that's going on. But,
oh no, Runyon, what are you doing?
I'm a bit upset they didn't send out a little person dressed as Test and name him, wait for it, Testicle. Damn it, Runyon. Are we going to have to make a shirt for that too now?
We might have to.
And Jessica.
How do we shrink Test to make him into Testicle? I don't understand.
That is a great DX skit. Yes. So, if Chris Benoit was allowed today, Chris Jericho and Kurt Angle, I would love to have seen a 30-minute or 60-minute ultimate submission match between all three of them. Speaking of Perry Saturn, Michael, did you know the reason why he was given the Moppy gimmick, like LMAO?
No.
I remember No Mercy pulling out a fucking mop.
I can tell you why.
Why?
Because he got into a shoot fight in the middle of the ring when they were trying out somebody, and the kid was not holding his own, and Perry just beat the dog shit out of him.
Ooh.
Like, for real.
Oh, shit.
It was bad.
It was a punishment?
Yeah. It was really, really bad. He literally, when I say punched the guy in the face, dropped him on his head multiple times, threw him into the turnbuckle with no protection. Talk about a shoot clothesline, almost took the man's head off. He could have really hurt that man in there. And Perry's a hell of a wrestler. A lot of people don't give Perry Saturn credit.
Yeah, he was
But
great.
if Chris was here, and he can tell you about the Perry Saturn ECW days, where he was a beast. I said he had one of the best submission finishes of all time, the Rings of Saturn. And he really shot on this guy, and it pissed a lot of people off. And he, rightfully so, got punished for it. Introduced Moppy.
Really, Andrew? So would that match have a halftime oxygen break of the 30 to 60-minute ultimate submission match? Maybe. Perry was also touched in the head.
So it says right here, the match started with mat wrestling between the two, but Angle soon punched Benoit out of frustration, threw him out of the ring. They threw him in the broadcast table steel steps. Both men tried to submit their opponents using the other opponent's finisher. The referee was knocked out, crippled crossface. Angle tapped but didn't see it. Benoit then got pinned by a roll-up using the tights as leverage.
Yeah.
The next match was a women's championship match.
Fucking squash match.
2 minutes and 38 seconds. China defeats Ivory.
Speaking of China,
and the rest of Righteous Censor were banned from ringside.
Yep. Speaking of China, my Funko Pop just got here today. I won the Extreme Rules Pro Wrestling scorecards picks thing last week on Sunday.
Quick question
And
boys, about Supercard. When the hell does the Twitch stream start?
It's on.
Hold on.
Yeah, I have it running on my phone.
I'll probably watch it tomorrow. Put whatever it on tomorrow because I just need like 3 or 4 more things. But I
need the 4 hour ones. That's all I need.
I wish that counts as 2 4 hours so you could just do it. But
you know what's funny? You know what's funny is last time you didn't have to claim it to start the next one. This time you do.
But who's on? Like the people I
it's
follow.
It's Bullfrog Fun Time.
Bullfrog Fun Time?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I won the Extreme Rules scorecard, and I chose the China Funko Pop, and it just came today. So I'm very happy about it.
And you were a few points off of the actual big lead.
Yep.
Of the whole PWS. Oi, oi.
Oi, oi. Yep. What's up, James? How you doing? You did better than Rhino did in the scorecard. Shows that you pay attention to WWE.
The 7th match. Okay. Andrew, you want to talk about the storyline leading up to this?
Is it the TLC too?
No. Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon.
Yes. So Vince McMahon says about the whole him purchasing WCW. And it's Linda McMahon and Vince so-called Vince wants a divorce, so basically Linda McMahon is sitting in a wheelchair all distraught about everything, and Vince ends up kayfabe dating Trish Stratus, and they show up to see Linda McMahon in the wheelchair, hand her roses. They push her out to the stage area where Trisha and Vince McMahon end up making out. Shane McMahon had enough of it and went after his father. And then didn't he get taken? Wasn't he taking a beating also? Shane before he bought WCW.
I don't. It says right here. On the March 12th episode of Raw is War, Shane McMahon made his return to WWF. Angry with his father's actions, he started to throw punches at Vince, only to be stopped by William Regal. Then on March 23rd, World Wrestling Federation purchased the assets of their longtime rival, WCW. With it, the purchase brought in an extra twist to the storyline. That's when they had the simulcast, where then Shane bought it.
Where it said there was a name McMahon on the.
Let me say the quote.
Okay.
So it said, however, Shane, who was at the venue for Nitro, interrupted the speech and said, "Because Dad, the deal is finalized with WCW, and the contract and the name on the contract does say McMahon. However, the contract reads Shane McMahon. That's right. I now own WCW. And Dad, just like WCW did in the past, how it kicked your ass in the past, and it will again, that's exactly what's going to happen to you this Sunday at WrestleMania.
I got a question for you guys. I know 2001 was basically the end of WCW. Do you think Vince or like Shane whatsoever should have kept that brand alive?
Yes.
And
they should have kept it. They should have kept it as a separate thing. 100%.
They could have kept it on. They could have put that, like, that could have been their NXT back in the day.
It was hard to do only because of the guaranteed contract situation.
Right. But if they had a chance to, they definitely should have.
And I believe that was Vince's plan. He wanted something else for you to watch. He already monopolized it. Once he did that, it was over. It was nowhere else to work, practically, until 2002. So you didn't really have anything else. And when all that went down, that's why you didn't see a lot of the big name guys come over.
Yep.
Because
they didn't like the
Stings,
and stuff like that. They didn't come over.
No.
Because their contracts were still being held. Yep.
And that's okay. I'd rather stay home, rest up, and get paid. Yep. You paying me, right? And so I can't blame them for doing what they did. But WWE did have interest. They had a lot of interest in a lot of those guys. It was just they wanted guaranteed money, and Vince he's not a big guy on giving people guaranteed money. That's just how he's always been. He does not give up guaranteed contracts.
Why it took Goldberg and Ray years to come over, but Ray came in 2002, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And Goldberg came Backlash of 2003, right? That was when he faced The Rock that was his first match. That was the whole Rock heel turn and Goldberg being the face.
Yeah, Rock, Hollywood Rock.
So, Shane dominated his father during the earlier part of the match, beating him with many weapons, kendo sticks, monitors. Did his diving elbow top from the top rope, but Stephanie pulled Vince out of the way, causing Shane to go through the table. Trish, of course, came to the ring, pushing Linda McMahon in the wheelchair.
Wait, Trish was there?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Trish then takes Linda out, then slaps Vince, causing her and Stephanie to get into a fight that led them out of the stadium. As referee Foley tried to wheel Linda out to safety, Vince hit him with a steel chair and pulled Linda into the ring, made her watch the beatdown. However, Linda then stood up and low-blowed Vince McMahon.
They kicked him where the sun don't shine.
Mm-hmm.
James, I think Rodney listens to the Something to Wrestle podcast. By the way.
Oh, James, you asking, have you guys listened to the Something to Wrestle podcast on this? Absolutely, I have. I'm a huge Bruce Pritchard fan, and I'm a member of AdFreeShows.com. I believe I'm a top guy.
Speaking of Bruce Pritchard, did you hear the promo that MJF said last night?
I heard one of the parts where he said about Darby Allin, which I'm going to get into on Sunday. I think it's time. I understand a heel is a heel, and I understand that that's your job, but dial that shit back, bro.
He said, he's like, Tony, if I'm not going to get what I want, I have two numbers on speed dial, yours and somebody from MLW that had my back for many years, and that's one Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah.
And I said, what the
TNA.
And then I thought to myself, wait, doesn't Bruce Pritchard work for WWE?
Yeah, but in 2008, Bruce left WWE.
Yeah.
He went to TNA. He worked there for a while with Bischoff and him and Russo. And then he left, went to MLW for a stint, and then got back with Vince.
See, that's where I'm like, when I heard Bruce Pritchard, I was like this. I'm like, nope, I don't want you in WWE, MJF. Do not come here. I will not accept your ass. Your ass will be booed.
But how funny is it though that they kind of mention MLW, and then of course, a couple
Bobby.
of people come in.
Well, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
And of
Yeah,
course, how about Mr. Retirement 5 times, Leo Rush?
Yeah.
Mhm. but yeah, James, that's where I got that information from about those guaranteed contracts. Pritchard, he emphasized the fact that to get down to Florida to have the production, Comrade asked him, "Was you nervous going into the locker room?" Because a lot of the boys in the back were not happy about what was going on, but it wasn't a Vince problem. They just didn't know how they were going to react with Shane being in the building, Pritchard there, and the WWE production working on all this stuff. The boys were a little bit of accepting of it. The old school guys, Ricks, they really turned a blind eye to it because they were just mainly pissed off at the situation that they were put in. Bischoff, a lot of people blame it on Bischoff. It's not Bischoff's fault. And I keep telling people this. Bischoff can't control Ted Turner and his agreement.
Let's not
with
forget,
AOL.
they got rid of Bischoff only to ask him to come back.
Exactly.
We need you to save us.
Yes. They fired Eric Bischoff because this man that you hired, and Vince Russo was dragging that company into deep waters. Deep waters.
Where the Titanic is?
The Titanic deep waters. You had a man lay down in the middle of the ring to take a pin because you don't. I'm telling you guys, listen to my world. Listen to my world. Jeff Jarrett, that was a great episode, and where he didn't know what was happening until 30 seconds before he went out the gorilla, and they told him you're just gonna lay down for Hulk Hogan and gonna give Hogan the belt, and it was a whole big mix-up. That's when everybody knew the egos are too big, too many people involved in creative. You can't get nothing done. This is never gonna work, and it was a shit show, plain and simple. But yeah, that's a great point. I've been telling these boys, James, to listen to something to wrestle. I've been telling them they don't want to listen to me.
They had enough talent to do it. Yes, that speaking of they continue, why it took goal. Yeah, we covered that. That whole storyline with Vince and Linda's divorce, they got the idea from that movie with Jeremy Irons, but I can't think of the name of the movie for the life of me.
Oh man, it will come to me. It will come to me, Jessica. I'll look for it.
That's why I believe I believe is one of the reasons the WWE started their decline. No competition. Is Eric Bischoff really a wrestling guy? Now we have to make a guy looking like a fish.
Like a fish.
Eric Bischoff. It's like he has the Bobby Fish mustache, but looks like Eric Bischoff. He has the Bischoff haircut, the Bobby Fish mustache. That's hilarious.
So of course,
what with listen, boys, is worth
with Vince prone in the corner, Shane placed the garbage can, does the coast to coast, pinning his father in the match. Mm-hmm. That match was 14 minutes and 11 seconds.
Damn.
Wow.
Then we get to one of the best matches.
How do you go from a street fight with all of that and then go right into what we got here? It still to this day blows my mind.
I would have loved to have been there. The eighth match is dubbed TLC 2.
One match.
Some say that this match had the better spots, but the first match was a better match. A lot of people say there was a lot of spots that are forever will go down in wrestling history in this match.
That
the match
spear
itself was better. Oh my God.
That spear.
The whole trusting of Edge and
they
Jeff
use
Hardy.
that shot all the time.
That spear was iconic. You can't rewrite that. I don't listen.
The fact that I remember listening to Edge and Jeff Hardy talk about that match, and the fact that Jeff Hardy had to trust Edge to spear him in the right spot, land him on the canvas in the right spot during that time. Because if one false move, Jeff Hardy's probably back would have been broken. He wouldn't have been able to wrestle anymore, depending where he got hurt. But that match was on fire. But that is one match that I will tell you that if I was like a professional wrestler, I'm terrified to wrestle in a TLC match.
Of course, we have a Spike Dudley appearance, a Rhino appearance, and a Lita appearance for each team.
Yep.
And of course, here it talks about. So, where is this? Lita was taken out of the match when Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley performed a 3D on her, while Jeff tried to unhook the belts, but had the ladder beneath him pulled away by Bubba Ray, leaving him hanging in the air, allowing Edge to jump off another ladder and spear him to the ground at a height of 12 feet.
Dude, imagine falling 12 feet, being speared out of midair.
God.
Dude, I'd be like, yep, that was my moment. I don't need to win a match at WrestleMania. I just got speared.
At the 1550 mark, Edge and Christian grabbed the belts for the win.
Technically, Rhino helped Christian up on the ladder. That's where I didn't really like that finish. Like, I'd rather see another like TLC 1 finish where they had like the ladders stacked up and the tables and one person going through a table. Being on the other end of that spear
on either end.
Yeah.
Either like because the land had to be perfect to protect Jeff Hardy. Jeff had to be in the swinging and the right momentum so he doesn't swing too far past Edge for the spot to work. It needed to be done perfectly, and it was executed very, very well. I have to say, I wish I got more out of the Dudleys out of this match. I felt like the match should have got more than 1550.
Yeah, there should be more table spots.
Extra 5 minutes if you could.
Where do you take the time from, though?
That's the question. That's a big question.
How long was Undertaker versus Triple H?
Touch that match.
18 minutes and 27 seconds.
Hell no, we don't touch that match.
They could have just easily took 5 minutes.
Did you have to do the gimmick battle royal?
That's an extra 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
They could have put down Heat.
You could have put the gimmick battle royal on Heat. You didn't have to put it on this pay-per-view. I would say take a minute away from the Shane Vince match and take away the gimmick battle royal. There's your 5 minutes right there. There you go.
I don't know what Runjan's saying. Andrew, you would have to go in the back. Oh, yes. If I got yep. Probably. I would have shit myself.
Sounds familiar, Rodney. I'm not sure if you've heard, but Tony took back the creative control from Cody and the other EVPs in AEW this week. Absolutely. I did hear that. I'm going to cover it on Sunday. I'm not going to cover it on Sunday. Something just came up. I got to reach out to Chris and tell everybody. There will not be a BTB on Sunday. I have a conference to do. So I will not be live on Sunday. We might just move it to Monday. Guys, I'm going to put this out here. Do you guys like the Sunday BTB live, or do you like it Monday? I'm seeing more and more people be live. When we go live on a Monday, I'm seeing more of you guys come back on Monday. If you rather Sunday, to let me know. If you rather Monday, let me know.
I think personally for you guys, because Sunday from 2 to 4, you're dealing with a lot of people that are watching football on Sunday. Like when football season's over, then you should go back to Sundays. Then you have nothing to worry about. But when football season's on, you should maybe do a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the Cody and also the fact that Cody has no relationship with any of the EVPs, he is pretty much on his own.
Which he's like like we said, he's either Triple H or the Bruce Pritchard, and Tony Khan is Vince McMahon. The EVPs, for those of you who don't quite understand, because there are some people that's going to listen and hear this and don't understand, you guys got to grasp this understanding. You don't need 15 executive vice presidents. You don't. Yep. By the way, those are add-ons. The Young Bucks are add-ons. How much money did the Young Bucks put in to help start this company? I don't know. But if you didn't put in executive money to start the company, then you shouldn't have executive rights. Kenny Omega, how much money you put up? Well, you didn't kick in, man.
He's more
They said
He-
Kenny's in charge of the video game aspects of the stuff.
Oh,
which
well,
okay,
good.
it's fine. That's fine for you. That's fine by me.
Because he's the gamer of the whole entire
Right.
AEW roster.
But they said as far as Cody, he has no relationship with the Young Bucks,
I think
Omega, or any of them anymore.
I think he might have a little power, but like not
they
like
said,
where
they also said they said Cody was the only one that would go to meetings.
because I can admit I watched Road to the Top last night at the AEW, and that show is like a spin-off of Miz and Mrs. and Total Divas, but you see more of like the whole what goes behind the scenes of AEW more.
I honestly, people think that's only going to be in the beginning, and then it's going to gear away from that.
But like they talk about everything. But yes, James, JR,
also
and Paul Heyman were in commentary.
Also, people do feel that we're getting worked with that report.
I heard
that did
no,
happen. That it
I
did
heard-
happen. He did take the power away, but the whole relationship aspect.
No,
they
but
think
the
about
thing
Cody
is,
stepping away,
Rodney,
coming back as a heel.
thing is, Rodney, I heard about this exact thing once before, so I don't think I heard about this actually months ago.
Yes, you did.
that,
you did hear about it months ago.
That Cody and
That
them,
there was
they
friction.
don't talk.
And there was
Yeah.
friction between all of the
Yeah.
people, and they wouldn't state who.
No,
They just said it was friction backstage amongst the people at the top.
and wasn't it Bubba that said it?
I think it was talked about on Busted Open. It was talked about on many platforms. Mike, you are right. You're 100% right. We did hear rumblings, but they never put names and faces behind it.
So
Now
I
we
think
have
I think
names.
it's legit. I think
It
it's
could be a legit thing. And I'm almost certain if you said this to me months ago and you really long-term booking a work angle through Wrestle Inc. and all these other great publications, like
stupid.
And
I don't-
it's really weird because like going back to listen like the whole watching Road to the Top, like I didn't see anything with Kenny Omega or the Young Bucks at all that much.
Well,
in
that's what people said. They said, I guess we'll find out when we see this is if it's true or not because there was nothing from them in it.
Yep.
Yeah. And because it's not about them. Look, the point is Cody is a businessman. Now
Yep.
he's full-fledged business. Once again, I'm guarantee you Cody has more at stake in this than they do.
Yep.
So he's taking it more seriously than they would.
Because
And
he,
rightfully so. I got my money's in this. My time's invested
The
in
fact that
Like-
Cody, I'll give him this. The fact that Cody, besides his run with the TNT title, pretty much hasn't
He-
been
everybody
the
over?
guy.
No,
Hasn't
he-
been the guy.
he
It
literally
shows that he, I think, has more passion for this.
this.
he literally is the guy that in the beginning of the program, the whole entire company, when the show started, said he versus Chris Jericho 1-on-1 for the AEW championship. And if I lose, I'll never challenge for that title.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't want to make it about him. He
So,
just-
so Brian, if you're listening, or see, I'm talking positive about AEW.
Oh, for the first time ever. But James, he goes, I missed the start of the pod. Did this have Paul Heyman and JR on commentary?
yes,
it
correct.
did. Yes, it did. Jessica Hoffman goes, me when I was going live,
To me, when you go live, life of life gets in the way, no problem.
oh man, hey,
Okay.
she goes, if life is what I mean, all right. So I would say Monday seems best. I'm down with Mondays before Raw.
She's saying when you go live, you go live. If life gets in the way, no problem. That's what she's saying.
Okay, as long as you guys keep coming back, man, I love you guys, and I want to keep giving you guys content. So as long as you guys keep coming back, I don't mind. And Mondays is a better day because Raw is an hour before Raw, and then Sunday's a family day. People are doing their thing. Andrew show is still best though.
Ranjan, we have to go get a beer soon.
He will. He will. Don't put it.
How
past him.
Andrew's hot takes brought to you by Rungeon and his stable of wrestlers.
Rungeon is a stable. Yeah, Angelica. Yeah, what you said. I don't know what you said. Whatever you said.
Yo,
But yeah, it seems like Cody is the one that seems to be more invested.
yes.
Like, come on. By now, I'm sorry, Omega. It's at least the Young Bucks dropped their titles.
Yeah, and
Omega, it's time.
also the fact that I don't know what Cody Rhodes' contract was in WWE, but I felt like Cody has more of the money aspect because when Young Bucks were Ring of Honor, New Japan. I don't know the New Japan and Ring of Honor contracts, but Ring of Honor is probably one of those indie type thing. You show up, you get paid there, boom.
Cody definitely has more money because I'm pretty sure he knows how to budget himself.
But also on top of that, you got to look who his daddy is.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
A lot of inheritance has come from his father.
That's what I'm saying. And
you don't have to. I'm not going into the man's pocket, but he got more money than all three of them. I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Now I need a name for my stable. Rungeon DMC.
So the next match was the gimmick battle royal that only lasted 3 minutes and 50 seconds, with the Iron Sheik last eliminating Hillbilly Jim to win.
Hillbilly Jim.
The Iron Sheik and his waddling to the ring.
I got to see the Goon, which probably would have been my hobby.
Genghis Khan.
I gotta say something. If I watched WWE back in the day when I was about WrestleMania 17 was 1999, right? Ish. No, when was what year was that?
What?
The
WrestleMania.
Goon?
The Goon would have probably because my love of hockey. If he showed
like
up
95, 96 era of bad wrestling gimmicks. Like we talked about Nails.
If I was alive earlier, like at the age you are, Rodney, the Goon would probably be my favorite wrestler because I'm a big hockey fan.
Oh, he probably would.
He's a hockey player. My favorite wrestler.
Kenny's favorite wrestler would be the Brooklyn Brawler.
Yep. He's a Yankee fan. That's why.
Is he Tony Khan's ancestor?
He goes, I need a name for my.
He said,
for my stable.
Told me to be derailing the show. Was this a show where Tommy Dreamer was thinking about jumping the fence and shooting Paul because he owed him money? I don't know.
Just
might be.
I have to dig. We're gonna have to dig for that one. I might have to dig for that one, but could be. Was Tommy involved? No, I know Tommy wasn't involved yet with this. Not yet. So it could be.
So I will say, co-main event of the evening.
Oh yeah.
That went 18 minutes and 27 seconds.
My guy.
The American Badass Undertaker taking on the Game Triple H.
I am the Game. Because I'm that damn good.
This match. Rodney, you take it away.
Look, can I start at the finish? This finished the way a match should finish. Okay? Keep in mind, Undertaker was getting his ass kicked this entire match. And people don't really see it that way, but H was doing a lot of heel shit. Excuse my language. A lot of heel stuff.
Go ahead. You could curse on my show.
No, there's preschool toys around.
Okay.
A lot of heel stuff to really get over in the match. And he was doing it well. Once Sledgehammer got involved.
How about the Rungeon Taker?
The Rungeon Taker. You're going to go one-on-one with the Rungeon Taker. Look, I love what I saw in this match. It was fantastic. Always a pleasure to watch H do his thing. And at this time, I started to love H even more. Also at this time, I felt that Undertaker was just about to just turn that corner to be unstoppable. And you got those two juggernauts in the ring. Keep in mind, you got two juggernauts about to come on right after them. And you got these two in the ring to prime the crowd up. It was fantastic. You had limp, keep rolling, blowing down. Oh my God, everything about this was fantastic.
Yeah,
you know,
we got a beautiful
going with the last ride. Got the sledgehammer in your hand. You don't know if he's gonna hit him. You don't know what's gonna happen. It drops him on the last ride and gets to 1, 2, 3. There's some things about matches that I don't get no more, and I equate this to the work that I don't like saying this because it's not fair, but it is fair. There's some guys that are lazy. When you watch the work that was then and the work that is today, there are some guys that are extremely lazy in the ring with storytelling.
Yep.
From that moment when H had the sledgehammer in his hand, you could have told me, yo, he's going to hit him in his head. And the Undertaker don't even see it coming. But right when he goes to lift that arm up, he gets dropped for the last one. Come on. Like, and I wasn't even upset. As a kid, I wasn't upset. I loved it. I loved it because I knew H time was coming.
Yo, I wonder when they decided Undertaker was gonna get that long ass undefeated streak.
They actually stated that they had no idea of his streak for like what 5-6 years. Then all of a sudden they're like, wait, like even when he started doing the hands and showing the numbers, they weren't even talking about it yet.
Well, Christopher Brown, I was thinking more of a 6 to 7, 6 to 8 kind of situation on Mondays. That way we lead you guys right into Monday Night Raw. Well, that was something that I was thinking because I know football season is kind of rough. But proceed.
Yeah, because you got Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Football at 8:00.
But yeah, they I remember hearing that like they didn't plan on the streak. It just came to be. And I think this was the first. No, wasn't this the first match where he actually held his hand up for a number?
I thought that was that was Flair.
No, I think it was this.
No, it was Flair because it didn't when he had the short hair. Because he faced Flair the next WrestleMania, right? At 18.
No, but he had the short hair here, didn't he?
No, he had the long hair. This was his long hair time.
That ponytail.
Well, but here I think he went 9-0. He showed his 9. Go back and watch it. I think he goes like this.
I don't remember. I was so hyped up.
But of course, Triple H comes out with Motorhead.
Beautiful performance by Lemmy and Motorhead.
Come on, look. It was like almost battle of the bands. Like you.
No, I don't think
Motorhead.
The Biscuit performed.
No, Limp Bizkit performed later.
In the next one, but the
one at Safeco Field.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was at WrestleMania 19.
But he was featured with My Way on this pay-per-view. But he was featured all over this damn pay-per-view almost without even being there. So you can actually almost look at yourself and go, all right, so which band was better? Like, because this guy got most of the airtime, to be honest with you. His music was playing all throughout the show. But Motorhead crushed it with Triple H. Crushed it. I don't know. I'm going with Motorhead. I'm sorry, Limp Bizkit.
Okay. They said even though the streak didn't officially become a thing until 2002, Jim Ross might have been the first to make an appearance to it on screen. The year before, at WrestleMania 17, after the Dead Man beat Triple H, JR made reference to the fact that The Undertaker was yet to be beaten at WrestleMania. Okay, now it says The Undertaker discusses the first time he acknowledged. Let's see. Oh, yeah, maybe he didn't. I thought he did the 9, but I guess he didn't. He did the 10.
That was the year after.
Yeah, because I don't remember. Yeah, to be quite honest.
But the fact that JR mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it was
so-
mentioned. So you can say this was the
This was
kickoff
the
of it,
official knowing of it.
when we're gonna acknowledge it.
So there's your answer, Andrew.
Okay.
But look, the beauty about that match was
The fact
unbelievable.
that it didn't get counted out. Did it, or was the referee knocked out?
The
Was
referee
the
got
ref-
knocked out. Kyoto got knocked out.
Mike, you think I'll get in trouble if I played the promo, the main event promo? To me, the greatest promo wrestling package of all
I
time.
don't know.
See, you played the Hogan skit, but
And nobody said nothing.
It's up to you.
Yeah, it's up to you.
What's gonna happen? You gonna mute it? Ah, man, I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone.
Maybe put a link in the comment section.
Fair enough.
Yep. You mean the
Runjin says, "Do it,
Do it.
do it,
Do it.
Do it.
We all love you, Patricia.
Love you, Patricia. Thank you for commenting. But the next match was awesome. Both matches were awesome.
So then you get to one of the greatest matches that lasted 28 minutes
really
and
wanna do
8
it.
seconds. Well, then do it.
I'm gonna.
I really want to do it.
Is your hand like this, Ronnie?
Let me see.
No.
Okay, let's do it.
Do it. We're doing it.
We're gonna do it. All right. So, to me, here is the leading into the main event. Here is the greatest wrestling video package I've ever seen. Other than Macho Man's promo for WrestleMania 5, I think this comes very, very close for me. I think this is a number one.
Okay, let's just cite the source.
Cite the source first. Maybe they won't say anything about it.
Oh, the source is this video was put up by Beyond the Ring. Was credited to WWE/WWF at the time. It's a great promo, fantastic. But Beyond the Ring put it up, going right from YouTube, and here you go, guys. Oh man,
Yep.
Yo,
I got goosebumps.
was that?
When he said your double stuffed bald-headed ass belongs to The Rock, that gave me goosebumps immediately. When he goes, I need to beat you, Rock. I need to beat you more than anything else in the world.
And remember, this is coming off of him already beating him once.
Yep, from Vince McMahon turning on his ass last time.
Yep. And that was WrestleMania 15. Oh my God. Yes. So kudos to them. I'm probably gonna, before it goes in the archives, we're gonna edit out the whole music part so we don't get in trouble. But anywho.
So in a 28-minute and 8-second match, Stone Cold defeats The Rock
I
to
can
become
cry.
the WWF champion.
Also, at this time, man, wasn't this the second or third time we heard that the Disturbed version of his theme song, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Like the fact that he came out to that. Listen, I don't care who you are, and I don't care what wrestling show you've been to. Nothing is like hearing that glass break.
Yep,
Before
Being-
Austin comes out.
being at the Madison Square Garden show when Austin was there on that Monday, then Taker was on that Tuesday. Monday, hearing the glass shattering, fucking unbelievable. I love it.
The eruption is unreal. I would like all of you to go on YouTube. Hell, get your Peacock. Get your Peacock.
Get your Peacock.
And to open up an old Monday Night Raw. And just wait until the glass breaks.
Even the ones at the Coliseum when he used to come back and did some
just watch the crowd just get lifted. It's like once he walks out, he elevates the whole damn arena. It comes off the ground.
Watch your mouth, Binks.
So this match had a surprise no disqualification stipulation added just before the Superstars were introduced.
Yeah, that confused me.
Because no one knew what was going on. Nobody knew what was about to happen.
There must be a winner.
It's just crazy. I'm just gonna read this whole thing.
Go ahead.
So the final contest of the night was the WWF Championship match between The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, which had a surprise no disqualification stipulation added just before the Superstars were introduced. During the match, the two brawled inside and outside of the ring, with both men bleeding after hitting each other with the ring bell. The Rock attempted to place Austin in a sharpshooter hold, but Austin reversed it into a sharpshooter of his own. After Rock reached the ropes to force the break, Austin applied the $1 Million Dream, a submission hold best known for his former gimmick, the Ringmaster. Shortly after, Rock used Austin's own finishing maneuver on Austin by executing a stunner. Vince McMahon then comes to the ring to observe the match.
Uh-huh.
So now you're like, whoa, what
the hell is he doing down here?
What's he doing down here? When Rock tried to pin Austin after the people's elbow, McMahon seized the Rock's leg and pulled him off Austin, breaking the pin attempt. Now you know McMahon's intentions. And you're still like, what? Why would he want Austin to win? Why? So after chasing McMahon around the ring, Austin responded by using the Rock's signature move, the Rock Bottom. Later, Rock executed a Rock Bottom for a near fall. After Rock attacked McMahon, he was given a stunner by Austin for a near fall. After Rock kicked out of the stunner, McMahon handed Austin a steel chair to hit Rock at Austin's request, revealing that Austin has sided with McMahon, a man he once considered his nemesis. With this, Austin turned heel.
Do you want to hear something crazy? What do we hear JR call him during when the 1, 2, 3 happened? And he's standing in the middle of the ring with Vince McMahon. JR, this is how storytelling is done. It comes full circle. What is Austin known for being? The toughest SOB on the planet. What does he call him after he wins? You son of a...
Yep.
It's not that you're the toughest one no more, but that's what you are, for what you did.
Austin attacks him with a steel chair, hitting him 16 times. I guess they counted. Before pinning him to become the champion. And then you get the iconic the iconic Stone Cold and Vince handshake.
And then the beer.
Everyone was like, what? It just happened. Because remember, JR was one of Austin's close friends too. Like, it's woo.
Yep. It's crazy. And then this starts the aftermath of the 2-man power trip forming.
Says right here, the aftermath. The following night on Raw's War, Austin and Rock faced each other in a rematch held in a steel cage, which Triple H entered the cage and teased a fight with Austin before turning on The Rock. For several minutes, Austin, Triple H, and McMahon triple teamed and outnumbered The Rock, forging an alliance known as the 2-man power trip.
Damn right.
which was
They tore it up.
insane.
Then when he won the Intercontinental Championship, and then he had the IC title, he had the WWF title.
Yep.
Oh,
It
God.
was
They
The
were
Rock
beating the hell out of
then-
Lita every
The Rock then was given a suspension, but this is when he filmed the Scorpion King. And then he returns, choosing to fight for Team WWF over Team WCW.
And then a couple of years after that Mania, The Rock finally defeats Austin in what was Austin's last match in WWE.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I remember him after he got the pin. He leaned over and grabbed Austin's head and whispered in his ear, "Thank you for everything you did for me."
Because it was time, because it was like time for him to go over in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like,
But
in a way,
Let's just say it's the best. It's the best trilogy, even though it was one-sided before this third match. The best.
Yeah,
trilogy ever.
I felt like everybody knew The Rock was going to win this match. Because
No. I honestly, the way they were billing it was, could The Rock
mm-hmm.
could The Rock beat him? Could The Rock beat him? Could The Rock beat him? Nobody thought he would.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh man, next pay per view have this Backlash. Oh Lord.
Yep.
Oh Lord. Man, ain't it nice to have WWE Network, Christopher Brown?
Yeah, you lucky son of a bitch.
Whoa.
We have freaking Peacock that had commentary of freaking French
Yo,
or
that-
Spanish.
That shit was nuts.
We had Spanish, French.
French.
I think we had a little Korean in there as well.
That was a mess.
And then we had
Oh, Lita.
what else happened that was bad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
the
commercials in the that Peacock, get your shit together.
Yeah, they need to do it. They need to.
You told us we were not going to have ads during live events,
Damn sure did.
no matter what version of the Peacock we had.
Yeah,
You're a lying son of a bitches.
because I know I didn't get any commercials when you guys were texting.
But here's the funny thing, Andrew.
Why you lying?
If you go look at your subscription again,
Because yeah, it is nice to still have the network, even though it costed $14.99 Canadian a month up here.
if you look at
Yeah, I get
it says there's a star, and at the bottom it says you still might have ads and commercials during certain events. So people were pointing to that when they were saying, look, that's where you're getting commercials. I'm like, but no, because those that you're saying that's in the $9.99, and nobody that had $9.99 had it.
Man, I'm going to. We got to go to Winnipeg, visit Christopher Brown. That's it. I'm visit Christopher Brown.
Yep.
I want to at least enjoy the network one more time.
So, reception and legacy. The event was met with universal acclaim from fans and critics alike. John Powell of Canadian Online Explorer's professional wrestling section rated the event a perfect 10 out of 10, which with the main event rated 9 out of 10 stars. The TLC match got a 10 out of 10. The street fight, 5 out of 10. Triple H The Undertaker, 4 out of 10?
The fuck?
What? Kurt Angle, Benoit, 8 out of 10.
How did Triple H Undertaker get a 4 out of 10?
I have no idea.
Who
I don't know what
gave
this guy
that? Was that Meltzer?
No. I think this is that this is from according to that Canadian Online Explorer. Let's see. Okay. The pay-per-view was awarded Best Major Show for 2001 by Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer newsletter. The TLC match was placed on number 5 on IGN's top 20 matches in WrestleMania history, including that the match had some of the most memorable bumps wrestling fans have ever witnessed. In 2013, WWE released a list of their 15 best pay-per-views ever, with WrestleMania 17 ranked at number 1.
WrestleMania 17 is number 1.
In 2019, Troy L. Smith of Cleveland.com released a list of the 50 greatest wrestling pay-per-views of all time from every promotion in the world.
This was number
WrestleMania
1.
17 was number 1.
Yes, it was. Rightfully so.
That shows you how big this WrestleMania was.
It was huge. It was
Yep.
a cult classic. People are like, how do I explain it? It's like a movie that we all go to see. It's like Star Wars, right? It's a cult classic. This is what WrestleMania was. It was this particular WrestleMania was a Star Wars of its time.
Yep.
It will never get old. You can watch it 100 times over.
So I
and
had,
still get
so I had
goosebumps.
Kenny watch at that time.
Like I got goosebumps just watching that promo. And like I'm a little kid again. I remember exactly what I was doing. I remember what I was wearing. I remember where I was. I remember everything about this pay-per-view when I was that small. That's how much of an impact this pay-per-view had on me. I remember it was a surprise that my dad got it for me. It was a surprise.
Were
I
you
thought
like,
I thought honestly I was gonna sit down and we were gonna watch like Simpsons, The King of the Hill, or something silly, and I wanted to watch WrestleMania instead. I was shocked, and it was so good that my whole family. My sisters don't watch wrestling. My sister Shayna was in love with Jeff Hardy, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. Those were her 3 guys. But other than that, nobody really cared. My mom used to laugh at wrestling. My dad would watch it. But my whole family was in the living room watching this. That's how good it was. You got 2 girls that don't watch wrestling watching it. My mom that doesn't watch it watching
That's
it.
why if you want to point to someone, hey, why do you like wrestling? Go watch WrestleMania 17.
Everything you
There's
want.
There's a handful of events you could say that about. Go watch WrestleMania 17. Go watch SummerSlam 2002. Go just a couple of pay-per-views you could say go watch that. You'll see why.
See, I would tell people the 3 WrestleManias that you want to watch for the reason why Rodney fell in love with wrestling: 14, 17, and 19. Those 3 right there are my core 3 that I go to the well all the time to tell people this is why I love this business.
And if you want to just feel the atmosphere of a crowd, watch Rock Hogan.
Yep.
From 18.
Electricity. Actual
Brand-
electricity.
Christopher Brand says WrestleMania 17 is probably going to be as close to perfect WrestleMania as we're ever going to get in our lifetime.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And it was like, oh, but Raven was on the card. Who gives a? It was perfectly placed.
Yeah.
It was needed. The only thing I would say if I had to knock it, because it can't be almost perfect, can't be perfect, right? The gimmick battle royal.
Mhm.
Yep.
But even that was fun.
And at least they had that before your 2 major matches.
It was
It cooled everyone down.
it was a palate cleanser. It was a go get your snacks,
Go to the bathroom.
go to the bathroom, reload because
You're
in for a
about to
treat.
see 2 great matches in a row.
Exactly. So what a way to prime the crowd with Triple H Undertaker and then give them the full-blown fresh coat of paint with the main event, Austin Rock.
Yep.
Crowd is hyped. You're in the middle of Texas. It's Austin City. So you already know that glass break, this place is going to lose their mind.
Yep.
And
Hello,
for The Rock-
Kenny.
And for The Rock, like, hey, what's going on, Kenny? For The Rock, think about this. Once again, you're not in Miami. You're in Texas, but your following is so gosh darn big that man,
Those
oh,
chants.
man. Rocky, like then you got Austin. All it was. I'm telling you, if I was there at my age, I probably would have been petrified because I would have been freaking out because it would just been too much going on.
Yep.
And that's an honest. I'm like, of course, it's easy to say sitting in front of your TV and you're like, I'm watching history right here. But if you would have told this to me, what was this, 2001? I was in 4th grade. How old was I? 9? Well, how old was I in 4th grade, Trish? Yeah,
That's
8.
usually, well, 5, 6 is kindergarten, 6, 7,
All right.
7, 8, 8, 9.
I was 8, 9.
10.
I was 9, 10. So almost like it was 9 because I had the late birthday. So picture 9-year-old Rodney sitting there waiting for WrestleMania to start, and the national anthem goes on, and oh my god, man, I'm telling you right now, I could cry watching that because it was perfect. It was perfect for me. For me, it was perfect. And I know, WrestleMania 14 was nothing to sneeze at, but that was my first full watched WrestleMania through and through.
Yep.
And I will never forget it.
Ranjan said I watched wrestling because of Hulk Hogan, then because of Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas, the Wild Samoans, the British Bulldogs, and Demolition.
The
I know he
thing
was a
is,
big
Ronnie.
Demolition fan.
Ronnie. 14 was good. I don't know why people knock 14.
They knock it. Oh, it was in the Boston Garden, and there was nothing else. There's nothing great about it. Yeah, it was. You guys don't really understand. Even the first match of the night was great. Had Taka Michinoku open the night. Like, you understand who Tasha Michinoku is? But no. Let's not talk about it.
The originator of the
You finally had the completion of the story of Undertaker and Kane.
Well, let's not forget the first match was a little D2000.
Oh yeah, the whole battle royal. But I don't really.
You had Triple H and Owen Hart on this card. Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie against New Age Outlaws.
Oh god, that was the funniest match I have ever seen.
and of course you had them singing DX's theme song. Come on.
Oh man, look.
For me, the 3 WrestleManias to watch are 17, 20, and 17, 21, and 30. Okay.
WrestleMania 30. You talk about electricity. There's electric moments, man, in WrestleManias that just will go down in history. Daniel Bryan, Yes Movement, WrestleMania 30, electricity. WrestleMania 18, Rock Hogan, electricity. WrestleMania 17, we just went over it. Rock Austin, crazy.
WrestleMania 19, Angle Brock.
Crazy. Because the crowd didn't know that Brock can put on a match like that until you seen a guy do it. And this is where I get mad at people for getting on Brock. Don't hate on that man, because the man can actually wrestle.
Yes.
And Brock back at that time was a bit of a risk taker, as you saw in the match. You're trying to complete the shooting star press, but you a little too far away, Kurt Angle. Just a little too far. He would have hit it if he wasn't that far. I wouldn't have attempted it that far. Billy Kidman still has the best shooting star press I've ever seen.
Like even the first Rock and Austin at WrestleMania 15, like your first major match of the two of them. Like,
well, look at the build. The build for that match was so great too, because The Rock at that time was really starting to break through his promo
Angelica.
game.
Hello, Angelica.
His promo game was strong, and it was a really good build. WrestleMania 15, the only bad thing about 15, we had a lynching in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, right before this match too.
Yeah,
right before that match.
Yeah, I wouldn't have went with that as a thing. If we can do that over again, I believe probably wouldn't have done that. But nonetheless, it was still a good pay-per-view. Like I said, 14 was so good. And you know me, I love Owen Hart.
Can we just agree? Every WrestleMania had moments.
Yeah,
every WrestleMania had moments.
The WrestleMania 2000 is the only one I really like. Oh my god, I can't. Like it really just like. Oh.
But that I think is because of circumstances of injuries and stuff.
Yeah, it really
messed that up.
It really ruined a lot, and it was like, if we could skip this show this year, can we skip it? Like, but I remember being so hyped up for it, and then seeing it, and I watched it later because at the time we couldn't afford to buy the pay-per-view, so my friends would tape it. I'm gonna be honest with you, they would tape it, and they'll tape the pay-per-view and give it to me. So I would normally stay home the next day, run next door, grab the tape, watch the tape before Monday Night Raw. So I know what's going on. But kind of what I did, and I was kind of disappointed as a kid. I'm like, what is this? I'm sitting there with my little WWF toy belt, and then I had my dad's weightlifting belt, which was an Everlast belt. I turned that into the Intercontinental Championship. But then for Christmas I got the European toy, the European title, the toy, and I threw that damn WWF title out in the garbage. I was like, I don't want this. I literally threw it away. I was like, I don't want this no more. European titles, that's all I need. But yeah, I had the European title. Never forget it. Bought it from WWF New York. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was cool. No, they bought it from Toys R Us. I bought for my birthday when we went to WWF New York. I had all my friends that I grew up with. We all went to my dad. Had my birthday party in WWF New York with my buddy Rob because we had the same birthday and we all were wrestling fans. So Rob's mom and my dad went half on the party. I had my birthday party in a steel cage, and I had to drink the King of the Ring, which was basically a tropical punch. And they gave me a lunchbox with a thermos, and I had chicken fingers and French fries, and also I had I got to pick one item out of the shop, so I got the Rock's elbow pad. That was fun. They need to bring back WWF New York. I love that place. That place is fantastic.
Or we just win the lottery, open up a bar.
Hey, listen. Me and Jason already got the specs written out, man. Me and my brother have talked about this. That's happening.
Yo, I would love
motion.
Like the thing, like my head is
WWF themed bar.
Yeah, it's gonna be a full wrestling themed bar.
Yes, Kenny, you and me watched it on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Because
then we made you watch 25.
That was when Raven, Kane, they had the.
That was so funny.
They had the hardcore title match, the 3-way match.
So funny. Jessica was like, I've been watching wrestling since I was 12. A good friend of mine got me to watch it. I remember seeing Jimmy Garvin and P.S. Hayes on TV. Ever since then, I've been a fan. Listen, Michael P.S. Hayes, shout out to him and the Fabulous Freebirds. You know, you gotta respect the Fabulous Freebirds, man. You gotta. First of all, you gotta respect Mid-South, Southern Wrestling, Mid-South Wrestling, AWA, all those promotions. Respect them bad boys. They produce a lot of great talent.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. And Kenny, yes, you did watch 25. That was Undertaker Shawn Michaels.
Yes, you did. I watched it with you on PlayStation. We all watched it. I was there.
That was when Taker almost killed himself.
Yeah, that was bad.
Wait, I was about to say you were at WrestleMania 25. I was about to say what?
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Rob was there.
He was there 10 years before he officially went to his first.
I was up in the stands. You know,
that was. I remember watching all the pay-per-views and stuff from because I used to watch every pay-per-view with Ryan, when we could, and I remember back in the day he used to record them. And then
it was in Dallas, Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I would sleep over his house, I would just turn on an old pay-per-view and just watch it. But Rodney, have you chose your paper? You're the.
Oh, listen! I'm dancing to Sesame Street right now. Yes, I did. I did choose my pay-per-view.
What is it?
And being that we're in the theme of October, my birthday month, and every year, this is what I really do miss. I miss the October pay-per-view, which happened to be No Mercy. So the pay-per-view I've decided to pick is No Mercy. Ready for the year?
Yes.
2002.
Okay.
Which featured a main event like no other. Brock Lesnar took on The Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell match.
Okay.
Pretty damn good match.
2002.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're gonna see Jamie Noble. You're gonna see Tajiri. You're gonna see Robin Van Dam, Ric Flair, Booker T. You're gonna see Hurricane. Well, you're not gonna see Hurricane.
Shane Helms.
Yeah, you're not gonna see him. Well, you might see him backstage, but you ain't gonna see him on the card. You're gonna see Victoria. You got some good stuff here.
Victoria.
And you're gonna have a weird match. A really weird match between Kane and Triple H.
Was it this the title for title match?
Yeah, unification match.
Dumb.
It's weird. Just weird. But it drives me crazy that they do these things. But nonetheless, yes, it was in Dallas, Kenny. Yes, it was.
So, to that, I felt like Kane should have won the World Heavyweight Championship at this time.
I would have asked him to do it earlier. I would have definitely said 98.
Yo, he should have won the Rumble and challenged for a title at WrestleMania.
But like me and Mike say all the time, it's hard to do that because your guy Austin was red hot, The Rock red hot,
Triple and this is what I was saying earlier today. You have even back then you had a handful, 3 to 5 people. That's it. Those are your main eventers. Even back then.
Think about it like this. Remember back in the 90s how we all had those great baseball players? The Craig Biggios, the Mike Piazzas, the Ken Griffey Jr.'s.
Mm-hmm.
But who were the 2 main players in the 90s that we really talked about the most?
Ripken, Sosa, McGuire.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Biggio, Piazza, Griffey,
as great as they were, didn't get the
and also Randy Johnson. They didn't get the shine that Sosa, McGuire, and Cal Ripken got. They didn't get that shine. And that's okay, because then they had a young guy by the name of Derek Jeter who was also getting more shine than a lot of other guys. So everybody wants to shine. Kane, I remember, shout out to Tom Frazier, because you asked Tom Frazier who his favorite wrestler of all time is, he's going to tell you Kane. He's the only person I know that loves Kane as much as he does, as much as somebody would. But he felt that Kane was probably the most underrated wrestler of all time. And I can't disagree with him. I said if he was still here with us, I personally think that you could have had Owen play the role of what Daniel Bryan was for WWE.
Yep.
Technically sound, not the guy that you would think would be your champion, but the guy that everybody wants to be your champion. Would he be able to wrestle at Austin? Hell yeah, he's done it before. Yep. Would he be able to wrestle a Rock? Hell yeah, he's done it before. Can he wrestle Triple H? Plenty of times they've done this before. So look how that just fit right in. Let's just step away from the Blue Blazer for a second. Let's just go back to the Black Heart and Owen Hart.
Yep.
That's something that I would have loved to see. Man, Owen Hart and the Nation, that was great. Good stuff. I miss Owen. I really do. Yeah, it's just so sad. It's very sad, man. What could have been? What could have been? The possibilities. But yeah, you got so many combinations at that time, and you look at a company like AEW. There's a lot there. There's a lot. Nobody's denying that there's a lot. But somebody's gonna fall to the wayside. We all can't be champions. And think about it. This big hot attitude era didn't last as long as people think it did.
Nope.
It really only went from 97
to 2000,
2001. That's not that long. What, 98, 99, 2000? 4 years?
Owen versus Danielson would have been a great match, yes.
Oh my God, Owen would have tore Brian up though. Bro, yeah. I think Brian would have stretched him a little bit. Brian would have caught Owen in a couple of these holds, man. Owen would have got like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Because we all say it, and I'm gonna defend it to the death. Owen Hart was a way better wrestler than Bret Hart ever was.
That's why I laughed the one time when someone was talking about who cares about Owen, why would Owen be in the Hall of Fame? I'm like,
Excuse me?
I'm like, he was better.
He
They're
was
like better.
way better than his
They're
brother.
like, person's like better at what? I'm like wrestling. He's like
Wrestling.
I'm like,
Are you joking? Look, the only reason why Bret Hart was the champ because Bret Hart had the look of a champion.
Yeah.
And the kids loved him. Owen, if you would have gave Owen the same push you gave, well, listen, Owen didn't get the push that Bret got. That's all I'm saying. If he did, we're having a different conversation.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. Vince didn't see Owen the way he saw Bret. But if he would have just saw it just a little bit more, like I think he looked at British Bulldog more than he looked at Owen, which is a shame.
And British Bulldog never won a WWE championship.
Nope.
Which was sad too.
Contested for one. Had a good feud. Had a great feud with Shawn Michaels, and led to Michaels just feuding with. It was just practically DX versus the Hart Foundation for a long, long time.
Yep.
It's just, it was. Those are the days, man. Those are the days where wrestling was just different, and so many tapes. And my uncles were big wrestling fans, still to this day, wrestling fans. My brother, of course, is a giant wrestling fan, and they used to tape everything. So I started watching wrestling in 97, but I saw 95, 96 because of them. They had tapes of them all over the house. Had the little white sticker on the front. In your house, 1995, or whatever you want, just written on the front with in pen. Pop that bad boy in the VCR and sit back, relax, and enjoy. Had a wrestle buddy with you. Couple of wrestling action figures, maybe a little wrestling ring. Move grandma's coffee table out of the middle of the floor and just start hopping from couch to couch, doing elbow drops, leg drops. Come on, man. We all been there. It's a beautiful thing. And I just wish it goes back to that, man. I wish the kids today just view wrestling the same way I viewed it, man. It was entertaining. It was fun. Man. So
now the shitty part of the show. Wait, I'm gonna go over the quick Raw and SmackDown results quick. But Crystal Brown, we're gonna get into that after I go over the results from Friday and on Monday. Also, the quick Extreme Rules rundown because that happened on Sunday too. But so Friday, Bianca Belair hit the KOD on Becky Lynch. We saw Shinsuke Nakamura defend his championship against Apollo Crews in the Intercontinental Championship rematch. Nakamura defeating Crews. Selena Vega defeating Liv Morgan. Happy Corbin and the Mystery Assailant attacked Kevin Owens during the world premiere of Happy Talk, which is Riddick Moss. Nikki Ash defeated Natalya. Sonya Deville had security escort Naomi from the ring. Roman Reigns defeated Montez Ford. And The Fiend saved, saving Ford. And that was basically SmackDown. Moving on to Extreme Rules, quick. It was in Columbus, Ohio. The first, the kickoff match was Liv Morgan taking on Carmella, where Liv Morgan went over. Carmella.
Not even that, Runjin. AEW got almost pulled off TNT because of Chris Jericho smoking a cigar.
Yep.
They pulled him aside and said, "Don't ever do that again." They said, "Do not." Meanwhile, you had in the Attitude Era a couple of people smoking. Even after the Attitude Era, R-Truth smoke.
You had APH smoking
cigars
at
WrestleMania
17.
No, they weren't smoking cigars, drinking beer.
But
What-
but AEW gets yelled at for having Chris Jericho smoke a cigar. That's why you'll never touch that era. You can't.
Yeah.
Look, if anybody's looking for it to be like that again, it's not going to.
It's
guys.
not in
Look,
this. Not in this society.
Not in the
Not gonna
PC
happen.
era.
It's not going to happen.
Okay. Jessica Hoffman said what they should have done with the whole Blue Blazer was have a green screen behind him and have him look like his flying, then just have a sound effect of him landing like they did with the old Superman movies. It would have been cheesy looking, but Owen would have still been with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Liv Morgan defeated Carmella in the pre-show match in 7 minutes and 52 seconds. The New Day defeated...
Wait, let me just say this. Supposedly, she got one of the biggest pops
Of
Liv
the night?
Morgan. Yes. And you
That's
had her on
sad.
the pre-show.
That's already said.
Liv is on her way up. She's on her way to the top.
The New Day defeating Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, and Omos in a 6-man tag team match, which was 18 minutes and 15 seconds long. The second longest match on the pay-per-view was the opening match. The Usos defeated the Street Profits in 13 minutes and 45 seconds. Charlotte Flair defeated Alexa Bliss by pinfall in 11 minutes and 25 seconds.
Alexa now will be taking some time off, supposedly for sinus surgery.
Get well, Alexa Bliss. Damian Priest defeated Jeff Hardy and Sheamus by pinfall in 13 minutes and 25 seconds. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair ended in a no contest after outside interference by returning Sasha Banks. That match was 17 minutes and 26 seconds long. And then Roman Reigns defeated the Demon Finn Balor by pinfall in the one and only Extreme Rules match that lasted 19 minutes and 45 seconds after a whole situation where the Demon was making like a comeback, doing like that, flopping like a fish. But I'm going to call that.
But then the ancestors of the tribe. That's what that's how it's being said to me.
Yep. We'll find
The
out.
ancestors of the tribe
The Angels listening.
helped Roman.
We'll find out tomorrow on Friday with what the explanation of that going to be, because there's going to be, it's going to be all crazy. They're going to explain what happened, basically. So moving on to the Monday Night Raw, the WWE Championship match between Big E and Bobby Lashley ended in no contest after the
Hurt
business came back together again, and the New Day interfered. So Adam Pearce later on during the show said there's a steel cage match, so both teams would not be able to make it out and interfere. Angel Garza defeated Eric. Reggie versus Ricochet in the 24/7 championship match ended in no contest.
Jesus.
Keith Bearcat Lee defeated Akira Tozawa. Keith Lee decided to do his new nickname after a tribute to the first black African American champion
in wrestling history.
I like the name though.
Yeah.
He's like a bear. He's like a big brawly bear guy.
Did you see the stupid thing of soon he'll be barely on TV?
on TV.
I'm like,
Really,
stop.
guys?
Stop.
Look,
So, the United States Championship match between Damian Priest and Sheamus was a no disqualifications, no countout match, which Damian Priest retained his championship over Sheamus. Jinder Mahal, Veer, and Shanky defeated Jeff Hardy, Mansoor, and Mustafa Ali in a 6-man tag. Karrion Kross destroyed Jackson Riker.
Hey, you got the name right.
AJ Styles defeated Raw Tag Team Champion Riddle, and Randy Orton was not there because of what happened last week.
Did you see Riddle put up things like, well, I miss you, Randy.
Yes.
And he was
Raw-
high while doing that also.
Raw Women's Champion Charlotte Flair defended her championship against Doudrop. After the bout, Eva Marie
Not sure, Kenny.
got destroyed by
I'm
Shayna
watching.
Baszler.
I'm gonna be watching Titans. I'll probably be.
I'm
on
gonna
PlayStation
see.
after.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I have to finish Doom Patrol and then Titans. So I don't know.
Oh, man.
I'm-
But I definitely,
I didn't get to
Kenny-
do it yesterday because I wanted to watch it yesterday. So
Kenny, I will bring your shirt with me to Andrews tomorrow, and
oh,
You'll
if
have
you guys happen to invite Mitch, make sure he brings my shirt, and then I can pick it up from Andrews.
Okay. Michael, do you hear besides Vince McMahon wanting Adam Cole to be Lee's manager that Vince also wanted Cole to be bald?
The manager thing was said to be not true.
Adam Cole said him being a manager, that was news to him.
Yeah,
Like he didn't know about
the
the story.
bald thing. I don't think they meant bald. They wanted him to cut his hair. They didn't say bald. They wanted him to cut his hair and change his name. I get him saying no to that.
Yep, I would never do that.
Dude, the name is over, like
Yep.
super over. Why would you change the name? I see. This is the thing that drives me crazy about Vince. Vince, you want the man to cut his hair? He looks like he is literally Shawn Michaels 2.0. Why would you want him to cut his hair? Why would you even touch him?
Unless Shawn Michaels was the one who said cut his hair because I'm bald. Now he's bald.
like, if anything, I want him to grow his hair. I want him to look just as good as Shawn.
Wait,
No.
what? Mitch thinks you're going to the Ducks game with him?
He
Oh,
thi-
well, Mitch
he-
thinks
he wants to go to.
He asked me if I wanted to go to the Ducks game on Saturday for Jen's birthday. And I said, no. I said, I'm working and then I'm busy. He's like, well, we usually go. I'm like, I'm not going to any more games in the regular season. He's like, but it's playoffs. I'm like, not yet.
You fool.
So, yep. In the main event, like I said, Vince is out of touch, and Petty and Ass. Yes, he is out of touch.
Absolutely.
He's been out of touch for a couple of years now. But the main event of Monday Night Raw was a match between two gladiators in a steel cage. Bobby Lashley facing off Big E for the WWE Championship, where Big E won with an avalanche big ending. I love saying avalanche moves because I love calling that shit. But that match was phenomenal, and out comes Drew McIntyre with his sword that's named Angela, points at Big E, so setting up the feud between Big E and Drew McIntyre.
Now, do you feel it's well, I'm about to get to. Do you feel a face on face or a Drew turning heel?
I say Drew needs to turn heel.
What happens if they're teasing this, but because now we get into the aspect of Friday and Monday.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even know. We don't even know if that match is even going to take place.
Because now Friday and Monday we have the WWE draft. So, any big names do you think will be switching? And what shows will they be going to?
I'm gonna let's start with who do you think's getting called up from NXT?
LA Knight.
I agree.
Hit Row.
I heard Hit Row is. I heard they are big.
Aaliyah.
Maybe a Raquel Gonzalez.
You still need her down there for now.
I'm
See, what's funny is that graphic that came out with all the people, that was, I think, a person's interpretation. That wasn't a rumor.
See,
But do you see Gargano?
maybe.
What is he gonna do up there?
See, I think he has to stay down there as long as they have Index going.
Oh, oh, oh.
Which that honeymoon stuff, I saw the video.
The condoms. Oh Lord, you don't need all of these.
So, I'm very happy right now that, knock on wood, that nothing comes out tomorrow what the leaked list was, because never last year or the year before then.
Yeah,
We
but
had
I heard that Fox and USA have already been notified of the big moves, and I guess I didn't hear that they were upset.
Okay. But I do not want whatchamacallit.
Yeah, we knew everything before it happened. So
Yeah,
we're like,
that
oh,
upset me
okay.
last year.
Yeah, I
So
don't
we
know.
were at Rodney's house on that Friday watching the draft and seeing the whole entire thing being true, and I was like, really?
Big mad.
I wonder if it's the same rules that Raw gets 3 draft picks because they're the 3-hour show and SmackDown gets 2. But WWE on Fox had a graphic that it showed 3 picks for each show. So
Honestly, I
John
liked. Remember
Cena.
the year that they had matches and the winner of the match got the pick?
yeah, and then the whole
I liked that.
boom.
I liked that, man. Oh.
Oh, remember John Cena got drafted?
And I liked
Nice.
the random drafting when they did it and then it just popped up, not like a draft room.
Took off the SmackDown shirt, beat up the Miz and CM Punk.
Yep. That was the funniest thing. Cena gets drafted number 1 overall in the top of the show to SmackDown. Has to be in a 6-man tag team match with him and was it 2 SmackDown guys versus the Miz, CM Punk, and
Was Mr. Kennedy in there on Raw on the Raw side?
but then he gets redrafted back to Raw, and you hear everybody in the SmackDown side going crazy, yes, and Michael Cole going, no, this is unfair, blah blah blah. And then when John Cena gets drafted back to Raw, all you hear Michael Cole is ha 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 ha.
Funny.
Yeah, for a while they had both champions on one show at times.
Yeah, it was nuts. I remember when the big draft happened and Cena got drafted to Raw, and that was a big moment. And man, those are the times, man. Monday, I used to get so excited to watch Monday Night Raw.
I got the number.
That's why I'm sorry, Kenny. You have no major history of the greatest parts of WWE. You're just seeing
Going out
this.
tonight.
Yo, listening to Eric Bischoff go, I had the honor and privilege to get the number 1 pick in this year's draft, and you're never gonna believe who I got.
Mhm.
Bang, and John Cena's music hits,
Mhm.
and remember that once that side of the WWE spinner belt that said SmackDown was there for about 2 months or so until they got a Monday Night Raw plate for that. And I remember everybody now looking, saying, did they ever come up with the WWE Championship spinner with a SmackDown plate on it? Because people want that, because that was like the original, but they never made one with a SmackDown plate. It was always the Monday Night Raw one.
Man,
Those were the days, man. I remember I rewatched the draft episode where The Rock gets drafted number 1 to SmackDown. Then number 2 pick in the draft was The Raw, was The Undertaker, and you saw Undertaker just take his chair, throw it. It was all pissy moany.
Yep. So whoa, never give in. Oh my God, I used to get so hyped.
Back in the day, wrestling, the amount of signs you've seen in the crowd.
Well, my brother was one of the first ones to have a light up sign.
Really?
Yep.
Mhm.
Chris Jericho?
No, The Rock.
Oh, way before.
he had a sign that said The Rock that someone that used to work with made. It was big and heavy. And it was on TV because of where we were sitting. And people were like, yo, I've never seen a sign like that before. After that event, you saw them popping up everywhere.
It's crazy.
The amount of signs you've seen back in that era, it was like, pin me, leader. This, yo, show me your puppies.
Show me your puppies. That was a very popular sign. It was. Show me your puppy sign.
I was recently watching a Raw episode, and it said "choke me out, Kane," and it was a girl holding the sign.
King Line.
I was like this. I'm like,
Did
did I just read it? I had to rewind it.
doing the head tilt.
Oh my gosh. So Ronnie, when Andrew came to pick up the movie the other day,
Mhm.
I was like this, looking out the window to see him when he was coming up, because I wanted to open the door because the dog was
Yeah.
out there, and all of a sudden he's like, "Are we doing Howie?"
We did the Howie.
The Howie. Oh no. Shout out to Howie.
Hope you're doing well, Howie.
Yes.
Hope you're doing fabulous, my friend.
So, yeah, like back in the day, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised Mitch hasn't popped in yet.
Yeah, I'm
He
surprised.
probably-
I was surprised. My
probably
buddy. I'm surprised our owner of
His
Onyx
knees
NXT
hurt, or is
Uh,
is he drunk or tired?
probably tired.
He's eating his Mexican food right now.
Which he's gonna complain about later.
Yo,
His
I was-
heartburn, his acid reflux.
Oh no, not Mitch.
Is that why you passed my
Brian-
house? No.
Brian's eating the Mexican food.
The beginning of the time I passed your house because I went to get a shake from Cold Stone because my whole wisdom teeth because I got my wisdom teeth out last week, and up top on my left has been bothering me, so I can't really eat that much food. So I would prefer to use a shake because that fills me up. And then I went to my aunt's house, got something, and
Then
then
he went to me.
went to your house.
Was it a shamrock shake?
No, it was a cake batter and shake.
You got to get chocolate cake batter with brownies.
Okay, I'll try that next shake. That's a good. That sounds like a good shake.
What's for dinner?
Tomorrow, want to get Domino's or something? Okay, that. What? I don't. Okay, what?
How about BK for the win?
Wait, what? I just threw my controller, Andrew. I need you for duos.
Let me take a shower, then I'll be on. Tropical smoothie. I
Oh,
have.
yeah, Kitty, I gotta talk to you. I gotta make
See,
my-
that would have been. You're talking about Andrew getting something because you can't eat. That would have been better off going to tropical smoothie.
I went to tropical smoothie, and the last time they made a smoothie, it was too thick.
What the?
He must suck the stitches out of his wisdom tooth. for hope.
No, I had to open the thing up, and I was like,
Oh man.
My mouth is bleeding. I don't know why. What the fudge?
"What is this? The strawberry? Didn't this?"
Because something's trapped in a straw.
Oh,
No,
actually, he
just
says
ice.
tropical smoothie, not even smoothie.
Smoothie.
That's a new nickname for a wrestler.
The tropical
Instead
smoothie.
of
got
McDowell's over here running. You change the name of you trying to open up your own chain of tropical smoothie.
Oh, speaking of people that open up their little pop-up restaurant in Detroit, shout out to Eminem. You get your mom's spaghetti.
Yeah,
First of
yo,
all,
that-
spaghetti
that's
sandwich.
great.
Who does that?
Yo,
he
But-
can't spell.
you're just like our buddy Mitch or our buddy James. Shout out to Jumbo Ref, but he can't spell for shit either.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Got left back in kindergarten. I failed nap time.
Such
No, the only person I know that got left back in kindergarten was Kevin James. No, Doug Heffernan. His parents told him it was super kindergarten he was going to. Oh man.
right.
Well, boys.
So,
Another night of books.
Another
Yeah.
entertaining night.
another beautiful night of Beyond the Barricade presents Andrew's Hot Takes. I'm sure Rodney will update you guys with the show situation for BTB Live.
Oh, will do.
it's-
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
It sounds like it possibly Monday night, 6 to 8 situation, possibly.
Yes, yes. I'm been reaching out to a lot of different people, a lot of different talents, doing some pre-records, maybe doing some interviews in here and there. So guys, stay tuned, man. We got some big things coming. Make sure you like that archive. I'm hopefully going to have all the shows on the archive by tomorrow night. That is the goal, by tomorrow night. Podbean gave me the green light. I just have to make sure I get all of them in order, and by tomorrow night we'll have them all up.
Okay, Kenny goes, who's going to be the first pick tomorrow? I miss your predictions. First pick.
First
Michael.
pick tomorrow.
Michael.
First pick. Drew McIntyre over to SmackDown.
Rodney.
My first pick, I think Raw is going to get this is gonna be hard. I think Raw keeps Bobby Lashley.
Okay. My pick, I think Alexa Bliss goes to SmackDown. Gimmick's over.
I don't think she goes anywhere. I don't think they even mention her.
Okay.
What you gonna try to leave my girl out like
Or
that?
maybe Sasha to Raw.
If it's true she's being written off, they might not even. Who knows?
Eugene to Raw.
And
Raw.
who was it? Was it one of you, or what did I hear from someone else? The whole the capsule in her mouth didn't work right.
Oh,
Yep.
see.
Yes,
And that's why she was trying to make foam.
You two just go off me. You too.
yes. Give me those stickers, Binks. Eugene to Raw. Or do you think the Hurt Business will get drafted together instead of Lashley by himself? Oh, Ooh.
I don't think, because remember they were saying this might be the last time the New Day, which is funny. How many times have they said the last time the New Day works together?
but the funny thing is they were never really together. They just
I
Big
know.
E shows up on Raw.
And they never specifically stated tag teams are together.
Yep. They said AJ and Omos could be split up. But also just wanted to say, if you're in the Jersey, New York area, check out Battle Club. It's an event tomorrow. What time is that again, Rodney?
I believe the bell time is at 7 p.m.
What's the address?
Oh, let me pull it back up here. Wasn't expecting you to drop a bomb on me, Andrew. It's 106 Bergen Avenue in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. For tickets, you want to visit bpt.me/5266436. That's once again for tickets to the Do the Fight Thing event tomorrow for Battle Club Pro, which BTB is one of the sponsors on the show. What you want to do is get your tickets you want to visit BPT, that is B as in boy, P as in Peter, T as in Tina, .me/5266436. And apparently Sully from Monsters Inc. came and paid me a visit. I didn't know that the scarers were working right now.
So check out that show on tomorrow. Also, whatchamacallit? Check Rodney and Chris out on Monday. If it's solidified, it's going to be Monday.
We'll definitely keep you guys posted.
Yep. And enjoy watching the draft on Friday and Monday. AJ and Hummus. Oh, that one is on purpose. But everybody enjoy their day. For Michael Steinberg, Michael Rosenberg, Iceberg, Corn Rocks, Steinberg, for my lovely producer Rodney Harris, for Andrew Kratzer, I bid you adieu, and have a good, safe weekend. And I will see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.